made this vertical paper pop-up card. Now to make this, we're going to need 3 components. We need the card, which is going to open vertically. We need paper for the pop-up mechanism, which also opens vertically. And then we also need a message. Now, as far as paper goes, I really recommend cardstock, something pretty strong and sturdy. I like to use these colored file folders. On this card, I think the white is a little bit distracting, so I really recommend using the same color of paper for both of these pieces. Now, as for measurements, this is pretty easily scaled. The pop-up portion is about just half the width of the card, but it's also just a bit shorter than the card, as you can see. And this is just to allow for space when you close the card. You don't want it sticking out or else it's going to look bad. And as for your message or whatever is going to be popping out, it should be the length of that pop-up portion opened up. Now we're going to go ahead and take that pop-up piece and we're going to fold that in half. It's going to be a little bit tricky because it's so thick because it's cardstock. I'm going to run a blunt edge along that to give it a sharp crease. Go ahead and open that up and you've got a line running down the center. Next, we're going to want to create an X in the center of this rectangle. To do this, we can fold in half and then bring this edge to the center. And then you're going to go ahead and do that to the other edge. And then when you open that up, you should have an X in the center. And I just go ahead and go over those folds one more time to make sure that they are extra crisp. Next, make sure that this center fold is a valley fold, so it's dipping like this. And then if you give it a press in the center, you can kind of flip it inside out, and then you fold in on those valley folds, and you should get something like this. Next, you're going to take your message, and you're going to fold it in half. And then you're going to fold it in half again, and these creases should be parallel to each other. Open that up, and then we're going to turn this fold inside out so that we have a kind of W or accordion thing going on here. Next, take your message and your mechanism. My text is reading this way. I'm going to collapse it, and it's going to be glued right between these 2 flaps. And before you glue anything, make sure that your message and mechanism aren't going to be longer than your card. I'm okay here. Next, I'm going to start gluing, and I'm going to glue here and here. And then if we pull on these 2 triangles here, it pops open. Now, if you have any pieces that are sticking out, you can go ahead and give those a trim. That's what I've done here. And the last step is to glue in these 2 triangles. Close it up and insert into your card. Go ahead and add some decorations, and there you have a very simple yet impressive paper pop-up card. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to share if you made it.